Hello, beautiful human. How are you today? This is Angela, the Rose Heart, and I am here today to provide some Archangel wisdom. It's really needed right now to help us all navigate these difficult times in our world. As we talk about bringing into alignment the divine feminine and masculine and how we're seeing it unfold before our eyes. So I want to help you see it and also share with you the guidance I received with the archangels as we break this down. So thank you so much for joining me today. For those who may be new to my content, I am a practicing shaman in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I clear energy from people, places, and things. It is my sole mission to be a heart and mind healer. I heal the hearts and minds of people who need my help and counsel, and I do so with unconditional love, support, and without any judgment whatsoever. You see, we are all trying to figure out this thing called life, and so many adults are going through growing pains right now. We are in a meat grinder. We are constantly bombarded with negative information. Many people are suffering through private battles. Many of you are in jobs you don't like. You're in relationships you can't get out of. We're just stuck in a loop of life that we feel miserable. And part of that is because we are overly desensitized and pushed away from what's true in our hearts. So this episode is going to nudge you along and create nuggets of wisdom that you can take with you. That is from the angels. It is from the archangel guidance. It may be a little bit uncomfortable, but that's kind of the whole point. In order for us to step into something new and more magnificent, we have to face the fear and the darkness within to get there. But it doesn't have to be painful. We just have to open our hearts a little bit more and see things from a different perspective. So that is the key today, to kind of keep an open mind so I can share with you what's kind of happening at a macro level. So hopefully it'll make sense. My friend Marietta, who makes these beautiful cards, by the way, these oracle cards are available for sale at soulalchemy777.com. Just contact Marietta if you're interested in purchasing them. But this is the Divine Masculine Charger, and it looks just like the forcefulness and the brilliance of manhood. It's very powerful, and it emanates the sun because the sun is also a divine masculine deity. And this is the divine feminine, the softness, the grace of the inner womb, the inner sanctum where magic and brilliance and all wonder and beauty throughout all of nature is conceived, protected, loved, and nurtured until it is ready to burst through. What has been happening over the course of the last 2,000 plus years is we have been in an overly active, paleo-driven, male-dominated patriarchal structures and societies. And right now, this is off the charts, crazy town, out of alignment. And just awful human atrocities taking place that make no sense. That is out of control masculine energy. It's not divine, it's out of control. So all of the conflicts we're seeing across the world, the Ukrainian war with Russia, as well as what's happening in the Gaza Strip in Israel, including what's happening in our own country, where we're actually witnessing the deconstruction of our own legislative body before our eyes. This is all the crumbling of the patriarchal structures of the age of Pisces. It's all breaking down. And my mother always used to say, it's always darkest before dawn. What happens is when these power structures begin to realize that they're starting to get backed into a corner, that there's fewer of them, they push back and hard to try to impose their will, and they do these ridiculous things all over the world. We're seeing it happen. And in our own country, where we're seeing this abuse of power, is even where they are starting to try and restrict the rights of women. I want you to understand that the whole point of Aquarius is free will, freedom of expression, freedom of being. And so we're going there. That's going to happen regardless of whether we want it or not. But the good news for every individual is that you will get to live your own free existence. And you'll have neighbors who do the same and people who do the same all over the world, because that is our birthright. You see, when we come into the world, not knowing anger, fear, ignorance. We only know love because we are from love. So when we get back to a full state of Aquarius, we're going to want that peace and love in the world. But before we get there, we got to go through some of this really uncomfortable nastiness, because some of this is necessary to wake the rest of the world up. There are so many people who are living in anger, and they're addicted to anger. Anger is like a drug for some people in this country especially, and it really breaks my heart to see that, because that anger that folks are addicted to is metastasizing as an illness. So if you happen to know people who have cancer, diabetes, heart problems, lung problems, and any type of arthritis or ailments, that stems from something in their body or their mind that they're holding on to. And anger is a key contributor to that. So I want you to understand that better days are coming, but it's just going to be a little bit uncomfortable. The age of Aquarius is to bring the divine feminine back into balance. It is not the age of the divine feminine, but it is the time for the divine feminine to help us rise and bring everything into harmony, flow, and balance. So what does the divine feminine look like? The divine feminine is grounded and rooted in unconditional love. And by the way, this is in both men and women. The divine feminine allows for us to think, feel, and be from our hearts, to truly live a heart-centered existence. And what have we been doing for the last, since we've been on this earth? We have been head-driven. We've been driven to compete and to win and to be the best and to make fun and snare at our enemies. And that's not the divine feminine. That is out of control masculine energy. So divine feminine energy is powerful, yet graceful, yet compassionate, loving, and peaceful and kind. To give you some examples out there in the ether, some of the current women who emanate very well the divine feminine. And I'm thinking of Pink, Beyonce, and Taylor Swift, and now Madonna. These are all women who have achieved the pinnacle of success. They are very loving, family-oriented people. They want peace, love, and goodness for the world, yet they hold their own power and grace. And they don't have to apologize for that. It's just who they are. And they're also in alignment, by the way, with their divine masculine, because they're not afraid of their power. They just integrate it in a way that is in balance and alignment. So that is a modern example of what divine feminine energy looks like within a powerful woman. And energy is very similar in men, where you have men who are very open-hearted. You know, they are honest. They don't have to pretend or put on an air that they're the best or the strongest, or put on an act or try to lie their way through life. They're just open-hearted and honest. And okay, I'm going to go there. I believe Travis Kelce is one of those people who is emitting that right now because he's keeping it real. He's been vulnerable, open, honest about his new budding romance. When was the last time most guys you talked to were that vulnerable and open and okay with it? Part of the reason why there's so much anger or pent-up frustration in the world today is because we aren't aligned with our heart. And when you are aligned in your heart, you're in better flow. Okay, this is the card for flow, where you see everything is in perfect alignment, north, south, east, and west, in the beautiful heart. And I don't know if you can really see the heart too well, the center of it, but it's a beautiful mandala. It's a beautiful flower. And why am I called the rose heart? Because I see rose hearts in the center of people's hearts when they are in alignment and true resonance with themselves. Every single human being has a rose heart within. And that beautiful mandala is what it looks like holistically when you yourself get there. And that's where you deserve to be, my friends. So I want you to know that if you are able to bring into balance your divine masculine and your divine feminine, all right, bring these two cards into perfect alignment, the quicker and easier you can do that, the quicker and faster it's going to happen throughout the earth. Because we all have a role to play. Well, when we emit love and light and heart-centeredness, we share that with everyone. It's infectious. One of the things we don't realize is this is where our good health, our mental health, our emotional intelligence, all of those things emanate from. And you want to talk about manifesting and bringing into abundance in your life. When you align this perfectly, you are wide open from your creator to receive gifts, abundance beyond your wildest dreams. And someday I'll tell you my own personal story of how that came to be. So I just want you to know that all of this is real, but know the guardian angels are there. They are holding space for us. Stay in your own positive mindset. Their advice for us is to always pray for light and to connect our light with others who are sending positive prayers to others in the ether. But most importantly, always ask for the highest, most positive outcome for all parties involved. This way, we are not entangling ourselves in any negative karma, but we are putting good wishes out there and we're trusting the universe to do its job so that we can accelerate our light and get into that heart space and that place of love and kindness and goodness in the age of Aquarius that we all deserve. Because let's face it, I think we could all use a little bit of love right now in the world. I hope that's helpful, folks. And certainly if there's anything I can do to help you to get back into more heart alignment with yourself, please feel free to reach out to me at my website at roseheartshaman.com or email me at roseheartshaman@yahoo.com. I wish you nothing but the best, my friends. Peace, love, and joy. Take care. Thank you.